Why healing isn't working, why things that I have tried so far aren't working, why I'm still in this space even if I have done Akashic Records healing, past life regression healing, and everything you can think of. Hi, this is Elena, and this is a transmission quite different from everything else, and I'm usually talking about things that everyone can implement on their lives, but this one is quite specific. I'm addressed mostly to healers, energy healers of any sorts, of any kind, starseeds that they have stepped into their soul's mission for this lifetime, and those that you are working on stuff knowing what you're doing. So I have worked with other healers as well, plenty of times, and there was a common pattern with almost everyone. I'm a healer myself. I'm doing healing and coaching work because these two go together. Coaching, I mean shadow work, I mean inner work, I mean finding the ideal mindset of what is going on in your energies, what you should be removing, how that influences you, why it's still showing up in your life, and how you can actually shift that. So a common pattern that I have seen in all healers is this. The more we know, the more we are searching for a reason. There's nothing that can be worked out if you don't find the initial cause, the root cause. So knowing that, most healers use it, of course, because this is where true, deep, meaningful healing takes place, finding the initial cause. And most of the times, it is about other lifetimes, past and future. It is about ancestors. It is about this lifetime. It is something that implements all of the above to this very point of time in your current lifetime. And most people are good in finding what is going on, are amazing, but when it comes to just moving on, that's hard. Because when you are a healer, you know that if you find the initial cause, the root cause of what creates the feeling or the conjunction or the conflict within your energy body and physical body at this point of time, and if you solve it, things start going back in time and healing takes place in every aspect of that. But this is not one of my favorite words, but there are many things and situations in a healer's life, in a starseed's life, that need to be worked in a different way, with a different perspective. There are things that no matter how much we release, how much shadow work we put in, how much research on understanding more of the energy patterns, more of the scars that have been created, more of this, and we keep trying to find the initial cause and we remove tons of layers on that aspect. Still things don't work out because we forget something very simple and something very important. How to step into our sovereignty, how to believe in ourselves, how to become sovereign creators of our own experiences. And we are losing ourselves in figuring out what's wrong next. And we are focused on what's wrong and what needs to be removed and what needs to be healed and which contract is this, or is it my unconscious mind telling me something that I'm not aware of. And this is why we call it unconscious. We are not conscious of it. And what's next? And again. And we get down the hole, actually, without even thinking of focusing on the positive things, on the things we want to create, without tapping into our own power. And most of the healers actually can't even feel it in their own being, how powerful that is on its own. They keep looking for something else. They keep looking for some kind of freedom and a prayer that will help them, and they give their power away, trying to figure out things from a higher source, like angels, like dragons, like ascended masters. And they are losing the point. Ascended masters, spirit guides, all these beautiful creatures that are here to co-create with us, to help us, to support us, our galactic siblings and father and mother, galactic parents, all of these are here to help us and support us, how to step into our sovereignty. So this is why a lot of times they don't interfere. They will do healing, they will show the direction, they will guide us, absolutely yes, but still they will leave what is important for our growth up to us. And this is where you have to step up as a healer for yourself, for your journey. You have to say to yourself, with the power of I am presence, and I'm going to repeat this, with the power of I am presence. That you can overcome things you can't solve energy-wise. The reason why these are not solved energetically, by completing or dissolving contracts, by removing cords, by integrating the lessons, by clearing your energy field, by feeling united within yourself, higher and shadow self, by aligning thoughts and emotions. This is what needs to be done. Accepting that what is done, no matter where it comes from, either this lifetime or any other lifetimes. And usually the most difficult situations are those that have been repeated for many lifetimes in many different ways. So when you have a challenge that keeps showing up, and you check through your Akashic records, and you cut cords, and you complete the contracts or burn the contracts or cancel the contracts, or you are praying for a solution, please remember that you are here now. Especially now, you are called actually to step into your power fully, unconditionally, no judgments, not praying for something and someone outside of you to support you and help you. Yes, keep doing that, it will always help. But remember to step into your own power and say to yourself, with a decree, and with this vibration and frequency that you feel now through my voice, I am that I am. This is the power you have within you that no one can awaken for you, but only you. And this is not about being lonely or abandoned. This is about being empowered within your own energy, within your own space, within your own free will, and actually reclaim your birthright to be fully in your power, with your health, with your amazing flow of things in the 5D, with manifesting your dreams, your desires, with playing with what we have here on earth, with actually finding joy and happiness within, and creating the life that you so desire. For many oracles, healers, for many psychics and mediums, this is the most important challenge. how to step into your sovereignty by saying, no, I won't allow myself to feel under the control of this situation in my life, for receiving hits from other sources, for being under the control of a health issue, whatever that might be in your life. Know that you are the creator of your experience. So if you ground that within your own being, that doesn't mean that you torture yourself by creating something nasty. That means that you have the power to step out of that. This is where the warrior energy, the rebel energies, need to kick in. Either you are a light worker or a peacemaker, whatever your energy signature might be, this is where you actually get to invoke your true power upon yourself by believing and having faith in yourself. And this is what we usually lose easier. Loads of us as healers that we know the extent of healing, how far it can go, how far it can take us from exploring any kind of source connected to healing. This is the ultimate point where you have to say, enough is enough. I am the creator of my own experience. I am that I am. I choose not to participate in that situation, or I choose to integrate within my own being all this suffering and transmute it into wisdom and knowledge. You are divinely guided and protected, but please do keep your eyes open. See how powerful you are in essence, how powerful you are from your Creator, and feel into that. It's not about fighting something that is invisible, something you are not aware of. It's not about fighting. It's about claiming your power back from the situation that has taken it away from you and moving on. Because that's the most difficult part. We may have memories since our mom's bellies, and there's something there that makes us feel incomplete or unloved, or maybe I did a mistake and incarnated again. At this point of time, there are so many things you can find that will make you feel not enough, or this was a wrong decision, a wrong choice, or whatever. But these are just excuses that keep you in a loop that is not allowing you to be in alignment with your divine self, in alignment with who you are in essence. This is what keeps you away from your sovereignty, from your own power, from your own best self. And sometimes you just have to admit to yourself that yes, this happened to me, for me, however you want to call it. These are just ways to navigate these things, okay? So this happened, okay. How can I become better? How can I become myself, more of myself? How can I be my true self despite this? Not because of this, despite this. And it's not about ignoring or hiding the pain, the emotional charge of a situation. Because you may find yourself releasing and releasing and releasing, and after a while, again, this shows up in your emotions and you have to release more and more. That is perfect. I totally agree with that. I do it myself. I advise my clients to do it themselves when it comes down to that. But there comes a point where you have to say enough to yourself as a decree. Enough of this pain. I won't allow it anymore to manipulate me, to control me, to make me make choices in my life because of that pain. I'm gonna use this to the best of my abilities to help me create something a lot better than what I have here, now, in this current moment. And most healers are losing themselves trying to figure out what's next wrong, what needs to be released, what needs to be changed. And in a cellular memory, we can work on that and change even the memory of the emotion. By removing it, by creating a different timeline for ourselves, for others. But there comes a point where your client comes to you and trusts the process, trusts that you are creating that space for them. So this is why it is easier for a healer to help someone else and not themselves, because the healer has to create that space for themselves, and that's not easy. We can lose sight of what is important, and we can stay stuck in the same space of repeating the same stories in ourselves, instead of sitting down with ourselves and deciding that we don't need to tolerate this pain anymore, that we can create, and that we are whole, and we are loved, and we are appreciated and validated for who we are, despite all the situations that have showed up in this lifetime, connected to other lifetimes, and so on and so forth. Even if it is a trauma that comes from the ancestral lineage, which means it is charged for many generations, even if it is something that keeps repeating itself through many lifetimes, which you can tap into and see all the different perspectives. That's okay. Things will show up now even more than ever before, because we are called in to divorce, to break up with that pain. We are called to actually step into that sovereignty of freedom, of love, of faith, to create something way better, something we haven't experienced ever before in any of the versions of the earth, because earth had different versions. We were on these versions of the earth, and things went wrong, and the earth decided to self-destroy. Okay, she was self-destroyed. Now she decided to ascend, and we are ascending along with her. It's not about saving the earth, it's about saving ourselves, because the earth knows what she's doing. And if you don't make up your mind to actually step into your sovereignty, understand that no wound can keep you back, no trauma can keep you back. If you decide so, this is where your true power lies. And it's not about testing the theory, because if you go with that mindset, you will find yourself, let me test this. You will still have the doubt. Believe it and actually use it to your advantage, and to become a powerful creator of your life, to break free from invisible chains that you don't see, but you know that they are there. I'm not here to argue with you on that, because I know from experience how many things can show up in someone's energy, and repeatedly. It's not that it showed up, it was cleared and done. They will show up again and again, because you are called to actually say enough. I'm gonna claim my health, my abundance, my love life, my everything, because I deserve it, and because this is why I'm here. So that said, please do believe in yourself. Do believe that you don't have to know the specifics in order to heal something. Just wonder and ponder how it feels like to be free from these invisible chains of the healing that hasn't taken place fully because there's something missing. This is the most limiting programming we may have. There's something missing. Yes, there is something missing. You making up your mind, deciding and making the choice that you're free from that. Usually that's what's missing. And if you find someone powerful enough to shake you up and show you that this is what is missing, it is easier, but you have to be ready. You have to want it. You have to want your freedom. You have to want and desire that freedom from that invisible source that is fighting you and hitting you and keeping you back. That said, again, I'm inviting you to share with me in the comments how your path has been. If it is easy for you as a healer, as a spiritual coach or spiritual guide, to help yourself when in times of need. And please remember that we all need each other for some extra help and support. That's not a problem. The problem is when we are not asking for help and support when we can. And there are things that we have to work on our own and things that we have to receive the activation of that from someone else that has already grounded that piece of wisdom or knowledge that we now need. And this is why we are a system. Let me know how this feels like to you, and if it helps you, empowers you to be in that space of saying, okay, I'm not gonna be a victim of my own health issue or that situation. I'm gonna step into my sovereignty, to my divine self, because I'm worthy of it, because I know that I can. And always remember this beautiful small affirmation that is a decree actually: I am that I am. And if you have any further questions or more specific questions, reach out through the comments, let me know, and I will do my best to record something for that. Thank you, much love, and see you soon.